Our next mayor is Mayor Terry Wepler from the Village of Libertyville. I'm going to ask Terry to come up and give us a little bit of what's going on in Libertyville. Terry.
Bernie's taller than me. Thank you. I'd like to thank our trustees and our economic development coordinator, Heather Rowe, for coming out. She's responsible for a lot of things that start in our village that go on to fruition. So I appreciate that. It's been a great year in Libertyville. We did have the Cubs trophy, which again was 106 years in the making, come to the Village of Libertyville. So we're very happy at that. Oh, I got to do it, huh?
Yeah, you got it.
There we go. All right. So we did get to see the trophy. We're very happy to have that out at the sports complex. A lot of people came out. We recently approved our budget for the year, $69.5 million. It includes balanced operating budget, which all of our communities have done, unlike the state of Illinois. $15 million in capital improvements, $3.9 million in road improvements from our bond proceeds, and then $5.7 million in infrastructure. So very busy again in this area. On our economic development strategy, we recently reprioritized what we're working on. We have some vacant areas in town. We don't have a lot of infill to do. Most of our property is already built, but we're looking at selling off. We've changed in what we're looking at selling the sports complex property as far as the golf driving range and the corner property. We're going to keep our building that we do recreational programs in. Libertyville is one of the few municipalities that doesn't have a separate park district. We run all our parks, so we are planning on keeping the sports complex building but selling off the property. And then again, we've got the former Motorola property and some other fill-in sites that we're working on right now. And I think as all of you have probably seen in all four villages, there's been a lot of activity in business growth recently, a lot of building going on, in all four villages. So we're happy to see that. We have developed a conceptual site plan for our Golf Learning Center property. Again, just conceptual. We're basically open to what's going to go there other than residential. We're not looking at residential, but anything else we are open. So that property is available. The downtown commuter train station, we've always had kind of a basic train station in Libertyville, and you go down to the tracks and look at all the different train stations as you're riding out, and ours has been kind of so. We are renovating that. That should be done this summer, so we're very happy with that. We're welcoming a number of new businesses to town. Main Street Social, our newest restaurant, we'll be doing a ribbon cutting next week at that, hopefully. They don't push it back. New bank, Pet Supplies Plus in Red Top Plaza, Shaved Ice, another downtown area restaurant, Dos Amigos Restaurant over on Rockland Road and Milwaukee Avenue, and North Suburban Physical Therapy and Metalex is relocating to Bridge Point. So a lot of development, a lot of new businesses coming or moving to town. One of the best things that happened in downtown Libertyville in the past year is our new parking garage. It did open, and we're very happy with the results of it. It came out beautiful. It's really helped a lot of the downtown businesses. A lot of those businesses that it helped is our dining establishments, our downtown, a lot of downtown restaurants, and they've been going very well. We're very happy with what's been happening in our dining establishments. As I indicated, Main Street Social will be our newest one. We're also seeing new office and industrial development, Innovation Park, which is the old Motorola site. Valent Biosciences is currently building in there, and we're looking at other tenants coming in. Bridge Point 94 is over on 176, the old International Harvester site, and we have a number of tenants going in there. So really moving along on that. We do have some new residential development. The Parkside at Libertyville is 56 units for sale. They're condo developments. That's one of several that we've had proposed to us. One wasn't quite as successful. Our summer events, a lot to do in Libertyville this summer, and we welcome all of you to come and visit us. Our Libertyville Days starts off the events June 14th through 17th. That's typically been our kickoff week, although tonight we do have Car Show, Main Street's Car Show, and our our farmers market is starting actually June 1st this year, going for 2 weeks and then taking a week off during Libertyville Days and then going on. Out to lunch Friday, June 23rd, where our restaurants are out in Cook Park serving people. There'll be music for that. Again, the Car Fund is the third Wednesday of every month. And then we are happy to say that Dog Days will be back. We lost some sponsors and we were a little bit concerned that we were going to lose Dog Days. We had the new Pet Supplies Plus and FS&T Bank that's going in on Church Street step up to be sponsors. And so we're very happy to say that those events will be coming back. Another new opening fairly soon, we're just giving permits out, is the Lake County Discovery Museum. They have closed their Wakanda location. They are building in Libertyville out on Winchester Road, and they are in there getting permits now, so we're hoping that that will be open fairly soon. I wanted to mention something, I know Bernie mentioned the schools, and I was going to mention high school, but I understand that Mundelein may be addressing that subject because, 3 years ago, I don't know if you're aware of it, both Libertyville and Mundelein had great baseball teams, and we had a bet between Steve and I as to if Libertyville swept, I got served by the mayor and all our trustees for dinner, and if Libertyville swept, I had to go over and serve Mundelein. Or if Mundelein swept, I had to go over and serve. Well, nobody swept. And so last year, Steve, if you'll remember at the luncheon, if you were here, brought up the fact because Libertyville kind of went downhill and wasn't good. Well, Mundelein, again, has a tremendous baseball team this year. They were rated number 2 in the state, I think, Steve. I believe it was 1 or 2 in the state. So, again, they have a great baseball team, and they've done fantastic. The only difference, though, is that Libertyville did sweep them this year. So I just wanted to make sure that if Steve failed to point that out, that was true. I'm going to bring it up again. I know I brought it up actually the last 2 years. But again, I think the biggest problem facing all of us and the municipal level, and not only the municipal level, but all the levels, is the state. And the state hasn't had a budget. I've been sitting here for 3 years saying, we need the state to have a budget so we know how to budget. We do all have a balanced budget. We do have things, but if you've kept track of what the state's doing, again, they're looking at taking away finances that the municipalities use to keep a balanced budget. I'm disappointed with our governor. I'm disappointed with our House of Representatives. I'm disappointed with our Senate. Recently, the governor made a statement that he wanted to freeze property taxes because he doesn't want the municipalities using property taxes to catch up on their pension payments. We had a resident write me a letter who was pretty upset back about 3 months ago about the fact that our property tax has gone up 4% for the village every year since 2012. And so I sat down with him, and on your property tax bill, you see the different areas. There are 11 areas that we actually budget for on our property tax bill. And out of those 11, 8 are operating expenses, 3 are not. 1 is our bond fund, which pays for our road referendum, and 2 are police and fire pensions. Our police and fire pensions, all 3 of those areas went up. We actually have got 18% less in our operating funds since 2012 now. And now the state's talking about taking away our portion of state income tax, portion of state sales tax. Again, I challenge the governor, any of our state representatives, or any of our state senators to come and look at our budgets, any of these budgets, and tell us that we're wasting money, because we're not. We're looking out for you. It's easier for them to go to Springfield and say, oh, you guys are spending too much money, but we're here in front of our constituents, and we don't waste money. So I want to bring it up. I know it's not probably the biggest topic today, but it is something that's of grave concern, I think, to everyone here. I know even though Roger doesn't have municipal tax and Bertie doesn't, they've got fire protection districts in their municipality, a park district in Vernon Hills. Those governmental bodies rely on that property tax. That's how they get their money. So, again, I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I did want to bring it up. Thanks.
Hear, hear. Thanks, Terry. Our next mayor will be Steve Lentz from the village of Mundelein, and